Hey there, friend, it feels good to be talking about a winning streak, doesn't it? After that rough patch, the Dallas Cowboys are starting to find their rhythm, stringing together a couple of wins. I know it's just 2 games, but after everything we've seen, we've got to take the positives where we can, right? Now, Mike McCarthy, the guy's got a lot on his plate. There's been so much talk about his future, with fans and critics wondering if he's the right guy to lead the team. But here's the thing, the Cowboys are winning, and there's something that's definitely changed. It's not just about getting those W's, there's a shift happening, and it could very well be the thing that saves his job. McCarthy himself pointed out that what's making a real difference right now is the defensive turnaround. If you remember, the Cowboys were struggling earlier, but recently, the defense has been on fire, with a pass rush that's finally back to the level we've all been waiting for. But don't forget, the most critical part, turnovers. The Cowboys have been much better at taking care of the ball and forcing turnovers in recent weeks. That's the key ingredient to these wins. What do you think? Do you feel McCarthy is finally getting it right? Or do you think this is just a temporary fix? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're curious to hear what you think. And hey, if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. It helps us reach more Cowboys fans like you, and together, we can hit our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Let's keep growing, one game at a time. So let's dive a little deeper into the real game changer for the Cowboys recently: turnovers. We've all seen how the Cowboys have been struggling in the turnover department earlier this season, right? Well, according to McCarthy, this is one of the biggest factors that's turned the tide for Dallas. Over the last couple of weeks, the team has flipped the script, improving their turnover ratio significantly from a -7, which ranked them near the bottom of the league. They're now at +4, an improvement that could be the difference between winning and losing. McCarthy's been emphasizing this point constantly. He even mentioned how crucial it is for the Cowboys to continue protecting the football and forcing takeaways. Think about it. The more turnovers they force, the more opportunities they create for their offense. And as McCarthy himself said, it's all about positioning. The defense is getting in the right spots, making better tackles, and most importantly, getting that ball back. But here's something you might not have thought about. It's not just the defense that's getting it done. On the offensive side, the Cowboys have been better at protecting the ball too. Cooper Rush, for example, has done a much better job at keeping the ball secure. There's been less fumbling, and the offense is playing smarter. Sure, they're not asking him to do too much, but when you think about it, maybe that's the key. Keep it simple, minimize mistakes, and trust your defense. What do you think about this turnaround? Is the Cowboys' success on defense enough to keep this momentum going, or do they need more from the offense? Vote in the poll right here, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. It only takes a second, and we really appreciate your support in helping us reach our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Alright, let's shift gears a bit and talk offense. We all know that the defense has been stepping up big time, but let's not forget about the offense and how they've been contributing to these wins. One thing that's become really clear in recent weeks is the balance between the run game and Cooper Rush's play at quarterback. The Cowboys are leaning on the run more, and it's paying off. I'm sure you've noticed that Rico Dowdle has been getting a lot more carries lately. Over the past couple of games, he's been averaging around 20 carries per game, and it's made a huge difference. Not only does this help control the clock, but it also takes the pressure off Cooper Rush. When you can run the ball effectively, it allows your quarterback to focus on making smart, efficient throws without feeling like he has to do it all. Now, Cooper Rush hasn't been asked to do too much, and I think that's been key. He's been playing it safe, getting rid of the ball quickly and avoiding mistakes. In fact, if you look at the numbers, his pressure rate has been incredibly low, something like 15%, which is dead last in the NFL. That means his offensive line is doing their job. and the coaching staff is getting creative with play designs to make life easier for him. What's your take on Cooper Rush's performance? Do you think the team is doing enough to protect him and make sure he doesn't make costly mistakes? And what about Rico Dowdle? Should he be the featured back moving forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments and vote in our poll. And don't forget, if you're enjoying these updates, please subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you never miss a moment of Cowboys news. Now, let's talk about the heart of the Cowboys defense, Micah Parsons, and how his return has made all the difference. We've all seen what Micah can do when he's healthy, but the Cowboys defense really started clicking once he got back to full strength early in the season. Despite his presence, the defense wasn't getting to the quarterback as effectively, and they were struggling against the run. But lately, we've seen a much more aggressive and disruptive pass rush. What's been the key difference? Well, it's simple. With Micah back at his best, the Cowboys have been able to rush the passer more consistently. And when that happens, you start to see those turnover opportunities, strip sacks, bad throws, and fumbles. That's exactly what we saw in the last couple of games. The defense is playing with more urgency, and that's leading to those takeaways we mentioned earlier. But Micah isn't the only one stepping up. The defensive line as a whole has been fantastic. Players like DeMarcus Lawrence and Sam Williams are putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks, and even the linebackers are getting in on the action. As McCarthy mentioned, the defense has been doing a much better job of recognizing key moments and putting themselves in the right positions to force turnovers. Another important aspect is the secondary. With Trevon Diggs potentially coming back soon, that's going to be a game changer. Having a lockdown corner allows the defense to take more risks, play more man coverage, and give the pass rush more time to work its magic. What do you think? Is Micah Parsons the main reason for this defensive turnaround? How crucial do you think Diggs' return will be for the defense? Vote in the poll and share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. Your support means the world to us. Alright, we've covered a lot about the players, but let's take a step back and talk about the man pulling the strings, Mike McCarthy. As we all know, coaching is key to any team's success, and McCarthy has had to adjust his strategy to get the Cowboys back on track. After a rough start to the season, McCarthy made some changes that have really started paying off. One of the biggest adjustments has been in the way McCarthy is handling the offense. By leaning more on the run game and allowing Cooper Rush to manage the game without having to take too many risks, McCarthy has taken pressure off both his quarterback and his offensive line. He's also made sure the defense is playing more aggressively, focusing on creating turnovers and giving the offense more opportunities to score. McCarthy has also been able to keep the team focused on the little things, like protecting the ball. As we discussed earlier, the Cowboys have improved their turnover ratio significantly in the last few weeks. That's a direct result of McCarthy's emphasis on taking care of the football. We're starting to see the team play with more discipline, and that's something that can be attributed to the coaching staff. But I know what you're thinking. Can McCarthy keep this momentum going? Is he really the right coach to lead this team to a championship, or are these wins just a temporary patch? I want to hear your opinion. Do you think McCarthy's adjustments are enough to save his job for the long haul? Do you believe he's the coach that can finally take this team to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and vote in our poll. Let's discuss. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss any more updates on the Cowboys' journey this season. Now that we've broken down all of the key elements, offense, defense, and coaching, let's look ahead. The Cowboys have shown us a glimpse of what they can do when they're firing on all cylinders. With the defense playing at an elite level, the offense protecting the ball, and Cooper Rush managing games effectively, this team has the potential to make some serious noise. But the big question remains, can they keep it going? We know that the NFL season is a marathon, not a sprint. The Cowboys need to stay consistent, continue building on their recent successes and avoid falling back into bad habits. One thing's for sure, though, with Micah Parsons leading the defense, the Cowboys will always have a chance. And as long as McCarthy continues to make smart coaching decisions, this team could go far. The key is to stay healthy, continue to play with discipline, and maintain the momentum they've gained. Looking ahead, there are tough matchups on the horizon. The Bengals, who will face next, are no slouches, and we know the Cowboys will need to bring their game. The pressure is on, but the recent improvements we've seen are promising signs that they're headed in the right direction. What do you think, though? Can the Cowboys keep up this momentum? Do you see them going deep into the playoffs this year, or is it too early to get our hopes up? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to take part in our poll. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Your support helps us grow and reach our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.